I want to talk about also a problem that I'm having with creatine. And I think this is definitely a lesson in doing your own research as opposed to sometimes taking a professional's advice. What's going on, Sculptors? It is Friday. It is the end of the week. Tonight was shoulder exercises at the gym. Had a really good workout, but I am exhausted at this point. I had to focus on my front shoulders. Spent a lot of time focusing on time under tension, and I've mentioned that a few times in my recent videos, and it's really changing the way that I work out, and it's become a little more of a struggle. I'm dropping some weight, but I'm focusing on that range of motion and making sure that I keep those muscles under tension as long as possible, and I'm getting outstanding pumps. I feel like the rest that I'm going to get this weekend is going to show some results. So I'm really excited about the way that these workouts have been going, trying different things. And I think that's important too, as we incorporate that into a lot of our workouts or even other things. But when it comes to these workouts, I think that you can never do the same thing. And I think you have to really make some changes that are going to adapt to your body and the results that you get. So really excited to see what's going to happen moving forward with some of these different things that I'm incorporating into the exercises. But today, what I want to talk to everybody about is this: creatine monohydrate. I want to talk about also a problem that I'm having with creatine. And I think this is definitely a lesson in doing your own research as opposed to sometimes taking a professional's advice, especially when it regards something that you could probably seek medical advice from a physician or a doctor or a trained professional. And this is an instance where I did not. I took somebody's word for how they adapt creatine into their supplements. But I am experiencing something right now that I think I can contribute 100% probably to creatine. And before I go into any of this, I am not a physician or a doctor or a trained professional. I'm not going to give you advice on whether or not you should or shouldn't take creatine. I just want to offer some points. Do your own research in terms of whether or not creatine is something that you want to supplement. So to start, creatine is a compound formed in protein metabolism and present in much living tissue. It is involved in the supply of energy for muscular contraction. So it is actually produced naturally in our bodies. But more commonly, creatine is a compound that your body naturally makes, and you also get it from protein-rich foods. It supplies energy to your muscles and may also promote brain health. Many people take creatine supplements to increase strength, improve performance, and help their minds get sharp. I also want to talk about how creatine works. So by taking a creatine supplement, such as creatine monohydrate, you can change the amount of phosphocreatine and creatine in your muscles. The extra creatine can help your muscles make more ATP faster as you use it to fuel your cells during high intensity exercises. One reason your body builds more lean tissue when you take creatine is that your muscles will hold more water. The pressure from the water in your cells causes your muscles to swell. This water and swelling can also make cells grow. So I think really just to kind of simplify the science of it, it does increase size in your muscles. How it does it, the benefits of it, I don't think are too debatable. I think a common question, and I've heard this pretty frequently too, but is creatine a steroid? No, creatine is not a steroid. While it's a good idea to check with a doctor before taking any supplement, including creatine, no matter how healthy or fit you are, many athletes take creatine. It is legal to use it, and many sport organizations, including the International Olympic Committee and the National Collegiate Athletic Association, allow it. Even though it's not a steroid, it's safe for most people to take it. It's not a good idea to overuse it or take too much? So this is where my conundrum is. Actually, before I get into that, let me talk about the benefits and then the clear side effects of creatine, and specifically the overuse or taking too much of it. Benefits of creatine are thought to be to improve strength, increase lean muscle mass, and help the muscles recover more quickly during exercise. This muscular boost may help athletes achieve bursts of speed and energy, especially during short bouts of high-intensity activities such as weightlifting. Side effects. And again, I can't validate any kind of scientific backing in terms of the side effects specifically regarding taking too much of it. But what I can say is, as I go into detail about my current situation, I think I can attribute a number of these side effects to what I'm experiencing in terms of... I'm not going to get there yet. I'll save that for the end. But side effects: weight gain, anxiety, breathing difficulty, diarrhea, fatigue, fever, headache, kidney problems, nausea, vomiting, rash, stomach upset, bloating. Don't think I need to go through any of those again. I am personally experiencing a few of these. I know that I've spoken a few times about the fact that I'm actually losing weight as I'm incorporating more cardio into my workouts, but my gut is not going anywhere. I feel bloated all the time. I feel like I'm gaining weight just in my abdominal area. I definitely experience some stomach upset every once in a while, but the bloating and the weight gain just in that specific area are the two that I'm most frustrated with. And I think I know now why. The recommended amount of creatine to take for loading and maintenance depends on your body weight. So the loading phase, to put it simply, is just when you're introducing creatine into your body as a supplement. You are going to take 20 to 25 grams, depending on your body weight, per day for 5 to 7 days. This dose is usually divided into 4 to 5 servings of 5 grams each throughout the day. So again, 20 to 25 grams per day for 5 to 7 days. And that's usually divided into 4 or 5 servings at 5 grams each. Okay? That's the loading phase. Maintenance phase. Take 3 to 5 grams per day after the loading phase. And some people recommend taking a week off after 4 weeks of maintenance, but most people continue taking creatine to maintain full muscle stores. Alright, so loading phase, 20 to 25 grams. Maintenance phase, 3 to 5 grams. So here's what my dumbass has been doing for several months now. I've been doing 20 grams every single day. I am putting way too much creatine in my body. I definitely think that's where the bloating is coming from at this point. I immediately am going to cut down to only 5 grams of creatine on a daily basis, and that's going to be my maximum moving forward. I'm incorporating some other supplements as well, so I don't think that I'm going to have the need for anything more than 5 grams of creatine, especially not 20 grams of creatine. So I'm interested to see how it changes my physiology, how much better I feel, and then, what my abs start to look like after dropping down to 5 grams. But guys, I think the biggest lesson for me is just the fact that I took an amateur bodybuilder's word of advice on taking 20 grams of creatine on a daily basis, and it wouldn't be harmful. They talked about the benefits that they got from it and how they ended up getting so much more mass than what they expected to, and they've been doing it for such a long time. And I was definitely ill-advised. I didn't do enough research. And frankly, guys, I'm a firm believer in everything happening for a reason. I happened to see a reel come up that talked about loading phase and maintenance phase, and they shared their experience of some issues that they started to have with creatine as well. So it just kind of spurred a thought in me on how I'm doing it, and lo and behold, after doing some pretty significant research, I've been doing it wrong. So guys, my hope is with this channel not to tell you how to do things, especially not at a level that a professional would. but I hope that through my experiences, you can also learn as well. So whether it's taking too much creatine or learning some type of other lesson for yourself, I hope that sharing my experience with this and humbling myself in that regard can be really helpful for you too. So I'm going to end it here, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'm looking forward to some much needed rest, and I'll see everybody on Monday.